What's going on, guys? It's 1K, and today we're looking at a budget deck. It's white-green enchantments. Excuse the spelling. I just made it and spelled it wrong, and don't really care enough to fix it. So, we're running 2 Ajani's Welcomes. It's a 1-drop enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. This is gonna work well with Ajani's Pridemate, and it's just like a card that can give you the extra bump. Also, if you get Ajani Strength of Pride out, that's going to work well with it as well. We also have Glaring Aegis, enchant creature. When Glaring Aegis enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls, and enchant creature gets +1/+3. This card is just, it's a tapper for 1 mana, which is good, and it gives a creature +1/+3, so we can always use that. Leonin Vanguard, at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 3 or more creatures, Leonin Vanguard gets +1/+1 until end of turn, and you gain 1 life. Again, that works well with the Pridemate and the Strength of Pride, plus it's a 1-drop that can turn into a 2/2, which is pretty nice early game. For Novice Knight. Now this card can get out of hand really fast. 1 mana 2/3 with Defender. As long as Novice Knight is enchanted or equipped, it can attack as though it didn't have Defender. So that card, you know, turn 1 Novice Knight, turn 2, even just like Angelic Gift, and you have a 2/3 flyer on the board. Or Glaring Aegis, you have a 3/6, or I don't know, if you drop in Gauntlets of Light, turn 3, and all of a sudden you have an 8/3 or 8/8 whenever it attacks. That's pretty good. If you play Novice Knight turn 1, Glaring Aegis turn 2, and then Gauntlets of Light turn 3. That seems really good, and then you can untap it and it can block as well. We're running 2 Soul Menders, something you can equip, tap it, gain a life. Life gain is kind of a theme as well, because late game, if you get a Giant Strength of Pride, you want to be able to board wipe. Flower Flourish allows you to mana fix really well, or it can be the final push. Creatures you control get +2/+2 till end of turn. That's really good at finishing. Ajani's Pridemate, whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Ajani's Pridemate. That's pretty good. Angelic Gift, when it enters, draw a card and enchant creature is flying. I mean, it can enchant your Novice Knight, it can enchant your Leonin Vanguard, it can even enchant your Soul Mender if that's what happened in this game. Or another good thing is that you can wait till that Pridemate gets really big, and then like put Angelic Gift on it the turn before you want to swing for like 8 or 9 to the face flying, and they just have no answer. Dawn of Hope, I'm only running 1 because this deck is budget, and also because you don't actually have that much mana a lot of the times early game to draw those cards, so it's more like a late game play, and I don't want to draw Dawn of Hope when I want an enchantment to equip to our Novice Knight. Seal Away ×2, removal, it's just there for removal. Starfield Mystic, you can run 2 of these if you want and take out, I don't know, a Novice Knight or something. I'm only running 1 because a lot of our enchantments are 1 and 2 drops, and so the 1 drop doesn't get any benefit, and the 2 drop is a 1 drop, and that's not that huge of a benefit. Plus the ability, like, we're not actually losing a lot of enchantments, so it's not going to get really big really quickly. So I only ran 1. I mean, it's definitely good, but not completely necessary. Gauntlets of Light, this card works really well with Glaring Aegis, because the minimum you're going to have is like a 2/6, and even then it turns into a 6/6 when it attacks. Colossal Majesty, I put 2 in. I'm not sure how well this is going to work in this deck because it's rare that you get creatures with power 4 or greater. But, I mean, you do have the Novice Knights and the Pridemates, and you have cards that will get there. So I'm interested to see how this one plays out, running 2 of those. Satyr Enchanter, whenever you cast an enchantment spell, draw a card. That's really good because if you're looking for something late game and you top deck like a Glaring Aegis, you can play it and then draw a card as well, so you can cycle through your deck and find, I don't know, what you need. Maybe a Johnny, Adversary of Tyrants, for example. This is a Planeswalker with a +1. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 2 target creatures. -2, return target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And -7, you get an emblem with at the beginning of your end step, create 3 1/1 cat creature tokens with lifelink. If that happens, people will just concede. Like, they're just gonna concede. And then we have Ajani Strength of Pride, running 2, +1, you gain life equal to the number of creatures you control, and the number of planeswalkers, -2, create a 2/2 cat creature token named Ajani's Pridemate. So that's another one of these, so you can get like 4 or 5, where is he? Ajani's Pridemate's on the field, hello, there you are. And then his 0 is if you have at least 15 more life than your strength life total, so 35. Strength of exile Ajani Strength of Pride and each artifact and creature your opponents control. So it's essentially you lose a planeswalker, but you destroy everything but their lands, which is really good. So let's go see how it plays. Oh, sorry, actually, for lands, I'm running 9 plains, 8 swamps. Sorry, 9 plains, 8 forests. Let's see. 3 temple gardens and 4 sun-petal groves. You can switch these out for guild gates or even blossoming sands to gain the life. But if you don't want, like, I like these because you can play 1-drops with them. But if you want to keep it even more budget, you can do that. Also, because there are a lot more white cards than green cards in here, you can take out the forests and put in more plains. You can run like 13 and 7, or sorry, 13 and 3 or something like that. But I like a more balanced thing. So let's go into a game and let's see how it plays. I really have no idea how this deck is gonna work. I've never played it before. I've played decks like it, but I've never played one quite like this because I have the feeling that we're gonna be able to hit for like 8 or 9 in a turn. Let's see. Okay, yeah, see, so here's our combo, actually. We'll keep this. So we can turn 1, Novice Knight. So let's see, you have 1-drop, don't you? Oh. So this deck is probably gonna kick our butts, but you never know. So Novice Knight, and then we can turn 2, Glaring Aegis, and turn 3, Gauntlets of Light. And now it's a 2/2, isn't that just perfect? Oh, this thing's gonna be huge. Okay, so that enters tap. Let's play our Glaring Aegis, and tap, and swing him for 3. So they're probably gonna have some sort of bounce spell thing to get rid of it, but you never know. Nope. Okay, so play that forest. Hello, forest. Thank you. And then let's put Gauntlets of Light on it. So now it's a 3/8. But when it attacks, it becomes an 8/8. So now on turn 3, you have an 8/8 coming at their face. Like, that's so good. That's really, really good. He's digging for an answer. He probably is gonna play a bounce spell on it. Or just, like, try and find blockers. Okay. Yeah. And we need to attack. Going to 1. So yeah, he's gonna win this. Yeah. But like, as you can see, I dealt 19 damage in 4 turns, so that's pretty good. And I think I know what this deck means. Yeah, so... Okay. So now we know what this deck means. This deck needs something to give our big creatures trample. So let's go and edit it really quick. Let us look. So that's probably gonna be in green. Let's see. Let's look here. Gets actually, Rabid Bite could be good because it would allow us, it would be essentially a removal. Is there any way to give it trample until end of turn? I have, let's see. Let's look up gains trample. And then we can look up not collected as well. Gains trample. Oh, here we go. Crash the ramparts. Okay, so let's put in a full play set of these. And then let's remove, let's get rid of 1 Ajani's Pridemate, 1 Flower, 1 Novice Knight. Okay, yeah, we can get rid of 1. Oh, no, I need 3. Okay, there we go. So let's finish the deck. Okay, so there you go. So here's the deck list, and down at the bottom you can see the 2 Ajani Strength of Prides.